Okay, we are not live. We are ready. Okay. Loy Macedo speaking to you from loymacedo.com. Who's Loy Macedo? Think Personal Branding. Okay. Date is 19th April 2022. Today is an off day actually, so I'll be uploading this video a little later. Now this video is going to be a very casual conversation, so I'm pretty sure it'll be long. I'll put the timestamps below. But the announcement that I want to make through this video is this will be more or less the final video that I'll be making of the Dalai Lama and the Tibetan people. Okay, and I'll give you the reasons why. I'll give my thoughts. Actually, this video will be divided into, I think, four points. The first one is why this will be the last video. Why I've decided this will be the last and final video of the Dalai Lama and the Tibet people. Okay, that's number one. The second is, for those of you who still judge the Dalai Lama, I have a few questions for you, especially those who are biased against him. Number three is the Tibetan people, the research that I did. I have 34 points that I found out about the Tibetan people. So if you're from Tibet, please listen to those 34 points and you can correct me where I'm wrong. And last but not the least, at the end of this video, I'll be sharing with you video footage that I think you need to have a look at before you finally judge the Dalai Lama. Because remember this much, your opinion about Dalai Lama was just like me. It was based on a photograph of him sticking out his tongue with that small boy. And the second part was the title, which said "Suck My Tongue." So obviously, just like you, even my blood was boiling and I also judged him, and you know the rest. But then once I did the research, things changed. Okay, so these are the four topics that I'll be addressing in today's video. I'll put the timestamps down below because I know this video will be long. Feel free to watch this video at 2x speed and put your comments and thoughts and let me know which part of the video you're actually talking about. So that is if you watch the whole video. Okay, so let's start with the most important thing. That is the big question. Why is this going to be the last and final video that I'm going to make of the Dalai Lama? Well, it's very simple because I'm not from Tibet. The Dalai Lama is a person I respect, but he's not my God, or he's not the religion that I follow, Buddhism. And, I'm a personal branding channel. I'm a self-improvement channel. I speak on UAE. I speak on India. I speak on, politics, a little bit of issues here and there that affect Indians. And sometimes I speak on viral topics or entertaining topics. Now, with regards to the Dalai Lama, it came in the viral topic that was shocking. And obviously, I spoke about it. And then subsequently, I realized I was wrong. Okay, so anyway, so mine is not a channel for Tibet or Tibetans or the Dalai Lama. And the reason why I made one video after another is the first video I totally lambasted the Dalai Lama. I didn't abuse him, but I didn't speak very nicely about him. So the second one, I really felt bad. Because I did my research. And you see, listen, there are some Tibetans who are saying, you're at fault, good, you realized your mistake, you should apologize. See, listen, man, it's not my fault. The whole world is being served a small clip with the title. What do you expect? I mean, if someone took a photograph of me totally naked and with a small girl, holding a small girl with no context and says, this is a pedophile, I mean, you'll judge me, right? You will say like, oh man, this, and if they put satanic, evil, tattooed, drug addict holding. Now, maybe I was just holding my own daughter. I'm not saying I'm totally naked. I was holding my own daughter playfully. Okay. So then the perspective changes, right? So the point I'm trying to make is, yes, a mistake was made, but you can't blame the person who got the message because there was no perspective and there was no communication from the Tibetan government or the Tibetan PR until it was way too late. But anyway, bygones are bygones. I gave the apology. But here was where things got really shocking. I never expected, I'm telling you honestly, I never expected that video to have 50, I think, as of now, when I look at it, 50,000 views and more than, I think, 2,000 or 3,000 comments. Let me just check. As of now, 19th April, I'm checking, it's 56,627 views, 1,780 comments. And they were all legit, organic, none of them were bots. And that is one of the highest engagement that I received. So that was very shocking. And all of them were very nice, very positive, very nice comments. So I was very touched by their love and kindness. And I thought, okay, let me do some more research. And then my Twitter blew up, my Instagram blew up, and people started sending me messages with videos. And that is where I learned more about the Tibetan culture. Now, those of you who follow my channel will know that my subscriber count has gone by 1,000 or 2,000 people more. More people have started to follow me on Instagram. So many people are saying, oh, you're milking the Dalai Lama for all it's worth. Oh, you're taking advantage of the... See, it was a viral topic. I spoke about... I'm a YouTuber. Do you want me to speak on how to remove ingrown toenails? Would that be of interest to you? Or if I speak to you, how do I clean my Apple mouse? Do you think anyone is going to read that or, view that? So people like to see topics which are of their interest. And the Dalai Lama topic was pretty viral. I got involved in it accidentally. So I did speak about it. But having said that, I'm not going to continue. There are many people, like for example, Andrew Tate. When Andrew Tate was viral, everybody was talking about Andrew Tate. And there is one guy, he's a YouTuber, his name is Tam Khan. Ever since he found out that Andrew Tate is become viral, every video of that guy, Tam Khan in UAE, he speaks about Andrew Tate because he is his friend. So he only speaks about him. Now, the problem with doing this is you're diluting your brand. So I'm not a Tibetan. I don't follow the Dalai Lama. My target audience is not Tibetans. It doesn't make sense for me to keep speaking. Even if, I'm telling you this honestly, even if I would get 100,000 subscribers, even if I would get 1 million views, okay, it doesn't make sense for me to continue speaking on a topic that is not, one is I'm not very passionate about it. I did like the videos I made, but I'm not going to continue speaking just for views and subscribers. And that is a mistake many content creators make. Just because they see viral views and many subscribers, they keep going that direction till people get fed up. And that is where people actually get destroyed. Because the day people get bored, your subscribers will leave you, views will crash, and then you'll be like, now what do I do? So I have to still stick with my core: personal branding, UAE, India, self-improvement, and viral topics here and there. So that is one. Now comes part 2, okay, which I want to state, and that is, I've made 5 videos as of now. Okay, video number 1 is, I saw the Dalai Lama footage. It's unbearable, disturbing. I'm seriously shocked. That was video 6561, where I was very angry with the Dalai Lama, and obviously that video cannot be monetized. Surprisingly, that went to around 5,000 views with 188 comments. Then the video 2, that was the Dalai Lama is innocent apology video to Dalai Lama, the Buddhist and Tibetan community, 6565. That went up to, where was this? 56,627 views with 1,780 comments. This month, or you could say this year, this has been the most viral video for me, at least. Because normally my videos go 500 views, 300 views, 1,000, 3,000, nothing big than that. Video number 3 is, before you judge him, please watch this video, because I felt people were just judging him without understanding him. That went up to 13,000 views with 696 comments. And then video number 4 is, why did the Dalai Lama say, suck my tongue? That is the latest video that I posted to the young boy. And I read the Vice News update. As of now, in 24 hours, it is not 24, 12 hours, 2,000 views with 243 comments. Okay. The only other video that is published is a shorts, which has 2,600 views. Okay. So now I shared what all I've done with in terms of Dalai Lama. Now there were 3 other videos that I made, which were 1 hour long or something, but I didn't feel they were good enough. Sometimes I felt it was boring. And then, yes, obviously, as you know, I was surprised when YouTube demonetized the video and restricted the video when I didn't say anything vulgar, which I shared. So that work got totally wasted. But it's okay, fine. Now comes the next part, which I was telling you, and that is before you judge the Dalai Lama, the questions that I want to give you. The people who do not like the Dalai Lama, here are my questions to you. Okay. Number 1 is, what exactly do you know about the Dalai Lama? I'm sincerely asking, what do you know about the Dalai Lama? What do you know about him? You don't know anything, right? Most of you have just seen that photograph. Oh, Dalai Lama, just like you, even I knew that he got a Nobel Peace Prize. He represented the Tibetan community. He's a Buddhist. That's all I knew. I knew he's a nice guy. I didn't know anything about him. I'm pretty sure you knew also so much. So you need to do a little bit of research. His history, his education. When did he study English? You need to know something about Tibet, the Tibetan religion, the Tibetan culture, the tradition, and especially what the older generation follow and practice. Once you get an understanding of all this, then you will not judge the Dalai Lama or the Tibetan people. Okay. And the second part of the question that I want to ask you, especially who's calling the Dalai Lama pedophile or whatever you're calling him, you saw a few seconds of the video, you read the title. Okay, that's you and I both saw the same thing. But my question to you is, you saw a few seconds. How long is the actual video footage? Like Joe Rogan, he does a 3-hour long video session. Now, if you see just 10 seconds, can you form an opinion of the entire 3 hours? Can you form an opinion by just looking at 10 seconds of a video and judge a person that also an 87-year-old Dalai Lama, his entire life, you're judging him based on a few seconds video? And that also a title which news media outlets put for attention. Then, what was the event about? Why did the Dalai Lama kiss the boy? Why did he stick out the tongue? In fact, you never asked this question. Where was the mother and father of that boy? And next question you forgot to ask is, was it done in the hidden camera or was it done in a public event? Were there many people? Were there just 2-3 people? And the biggest question of all is, why did they allow this video to release? So when you ask all these questions now and you do a little bit of research, your horizons will expand. Look, even today, I'm getting people giving me bad words and calling me a pedo and whatever. But it's so easy to judge someone without understanding. Like, for example, when people see, like there's one Tibetan girl who put a video of a tattoo wala. Okay, many people, like for example, Indians think, he's gone mad, he's mental because I have tattoos. And I totally understand that. Normal people don't put tattoos. What's the story behind it? Why did I do it? Why is a guy who has so many books, or is his books just showpiece, or is it actually for reading, or is it for both? I mean, once you understand the nitty-gritties, then your perception changes. It's very easy to look at someone and judge them. But once you get to know them and you see the different layers, like even you, maybe someone looks at you and judges you. I'm pretty sure you'll be like, you judge me based on what? Just on one thing. But once they come to know you, maybe opinion will change. Bad or worse, can be anything, right? So in the same way, Dalai Lama, the Tibetan culture, you need to take a little bit of pain to understand everything. So that was I think the third part. Yeah. The fourth one that I want to share with you, this is the experiences. I have 34 experiences that I would like to share with you. Okay, 34. So you tell me which one is right or wrong. The first one is, Tibetans are very peaceful people. In my life, I have interacted with Christians. They have a we are superior to you kind of attitude. You know, we are Christians, you know. I was an ex-Christian, so I know. Hindus, generally, they mind their own business, but the minute politics and the uneducated guys get involved, and then they start harming, hurting people, and especially Indians, when they form a group mentality takes over. And I've told you before, they always attack you based on your mother, sister, the ladies, and that also they focus on the private parts. Muslims, what do I say? You know, I don't know why their blood is very hot. They are a conquering religion. They call themselves a religion of peace, but then we always see chopping, cutting, bomb blast. Revenge attacks, and you don't need much. You don't need to go very far. You just have to tell. In a Muslim country, if you say something that is totally against Islam, Prophet Muhammad, or the Quran, we see what happens in Pakistan. We see what happens in Saudi. We see what happens in Afghanistan. All these Muslim countries. So I don't need to get over there. But where Tibetans are concerned, I'll tell you this. When you criticize them, they feel hurt, they cry, but they'll never harm you. And the funny thing is, so many people saw my video where I was criticizing the Dalai Lama and Tibetans. They saw it, but they didn't say anything. Some said, you should understand, or they sent me links, which I didn't bother. But when I apologized, the entire community came with love. We forgive you, we love you. So they're very peaceful. The second one is, the Tibetan people consider Dalai Lama as God. They really, really have incredible reverence for him. Number 3 is, he has dedicated his entire life. I mean, that's incredible. Huh? He's 87 years old. He has dedicated his entire life. I don't know when he became when he became anointed as the Dalai Lama, but he has dedicated entire life to his people selflessly, which you, me, nobody can do. Okay. He has suffered 60 plus years in exile, which is another big thing. He is fighting against an entire country. Can you let that sink in? Can you imagine he's fighting against the entire country of China, and they are the most powerful. Just imagine just imagine the strength and the character of this human individual. The Dalai Lama wasn't educated, which I was very shocked. He was not highly educated. I don't know. Maybe you can correct me if I'm wrong. But he taught himself English at the age of 48. That is nearly 50. Huh? Just let that sink in. For me to learn Thai, I'm married to a Thai. My baby speaks Thai. I still don't know Thai. Okay, I find it very hard. But he taught himself English. So his English is very broken. And he was asked in an interview that why doesn't he get a translator? Why does he talk when he makes so many mistakes? And he said people will laugh at you. He said, I feel happy when people laugh. He's saying it makes people laugh. It breaks the tension. So he finds it silly. Okay. And he doesn't mind being made fun of. He's so humble. By the way, he's in New Delhi right now, it seems. He's gone for a visit for a couple of days. And I didn't know this, but Dalai Lama has a childlike innocence. He's like a small little baby. It seems he laughs a lot. He's playful. He's very forgiving. He's very loving. That's why any photograph you'll see him pulling someone's beard or touching someone's hair or putting his head to their head. Number 10 is, I didn't know this term, Chelasa, that was eat my tongue, which I made a shorts about why did he say eat my tongue, which was my previous video. I don't want to repeat it, but do Google search Chelasa, the Tibetan culture. Number 11 is grandparents give their sweet from their mouth to the mouth of the child. I didn't know this. Point number 12 is children kissing their parents lip to lip, and parents kissing their children lip to lip, and grandparents doing that. It's a very Thai tradition, Tibetan tradition. In fact, even the tongue sticking out is a matter of respect. Point number 13 was China, it seems, is out to destroy Tibet, and they're trying literally everything. That I did not know. China is weaponizing social media against Tibet, which I just realized only after I got into this. In fact, here's another sub point. They have been targeting the younger generation of Tibet, especially the children, in horrific ways. So I think you need to do a little bit of research over there. Point number 15 is the clip broadcasted around the world of the Dalai Lama was a few seconds. The actual footage is actually hours long. It was telecasted nationally, watched internationally, and the incident took place on February, I think, 28th or 26th. You can check the exact date. But the China social media or the watchdogs, they took this exactly 1 week. That was exactly after the Dalai Lama anointed that young boy from Mongolia. It seems that that was where China got very angry with the Dalai Lama and Tibet, and they started finding out ways and means to destroy his name and reputation, which they apparently succeeded, because every Western media has been destroying the name of Dalai Lama, and they made it viral through bots. Number 18 is China. I didn't know this. China has made it a criminal offense to search Dalai Lama or about Tibet or anything through their internet. And if they find out, you will be criminally charged. But 19 is after the incident, they made the internet open, where they themselves started popularizing Dalai Lama through making it a trendable search, a trending item. And they made sure this photograph and this title was made viral, and it spread just like COVID. They made it spread around the world, and with the title "Suck My Tongue," because they try to sensationalize it. Point number 20 is the company that was there with the Dalai Lama, with that boy, that incident. It is a skill development company named iEmpower Academy for Skills, which in that video helped 120 students graduate. I'm sure you didn't know this. You can see with the video footage that I'll be sharing later. iEmpower Academy for Skills is an initiative by M3M Foundation, by Kaushal Sambal or something like that. I want you to Google search and do a little bit of search about this. So they actually make sure that youngsters get a lot of skills. I do not know what exactly those skills are, but it seems skills that will help them survive and sustain, and especially for ones who cannot afford. Point number 22 is Dalai Lama was invited there to facilitate the event. Point number 23 is the Indian boy was appointed to, he is the son of the mother who, she is a Harvard graduate. She is a doctorate, and she holds some diplomatic passport or authority or something like that, something big. But they have kept her identity hidden because of this controversy. They apologized, it seems, to Dalai Lama for all the, ruckus that he is facing. So she is, it seems, in a very prominent position with this iEmpower Academy, or she's the president, and she was there. And her son was selected to honor the Dalai Lama. Point number 24 is the boy interacted with Dalai Lama 2 times. The first time when he interacted, he gave him gifts, and he met him, and he, the Dalai Lama put his head to the boy's head. That was not shown at all. And he even touched the Dalai Lama's feet for blessings. That was not shown at all by the Chinese media. And the Dalai Lama also gave him a humorous story filled with values of peace and positivity. That was also not shown. The second time, the boy once again asked the Dalai Lama, "Can I hug you?" And the mother was like, "Why are you asking him again and again? Like, he's not your grandpa or he's not your relative. This is an important VIP event." But the Dalai Lama called him up because the boy was so innocent. Point number 25, the mother was seated next to the one person next to the Dalai Lama. She was there at all times, and it happened in front of her supervision. Point number 25 is, it happened in front of her. Point number 26, she was the main organizer, one of them. Point number 27 is the boy asked for Dalai Lama hug twice. He met him twice, but the Chinese media only showed few seconds, and they only showed the second time. Point number 28, the first time the boy gave the Dalai Lama gifts, he touched the Dalai Lama's feet for blessing. The Dalai Lama touched his forehead to the boy's forehead, and he gave him a blessing. Point number 29 is the boy once again asked for a hug, and that is where he not only got a hug, but he also got a kiss and that tongue incident. Point number 30, it was then the Dalai Lama stated the Chela Sa, but because his English is not good, he said "suck my tongue," which actually he meant to say was "eat my tongue." That is, I don't have anything else to give you. I wish I had a sweet, I'd given you that, which I told you. Grandparents do that with their small children. It's a Tibetan culture and tradition. Point number 31, the mother and son both gave an interview after that incident, and they both were perfectly fine, which I'll be sharing with you at the end of this video. Point number 32, everyone in the world reacted to the kissing that photograph, that small still image, and the tongue sticking out scene with the title "Suck My Tongue, Dalai Lama Asked the Boy." Point number 33 is what got people rallied up was the positioning of the Dalai Lama as a pedophile. Point number 34 is people are still angry because they are saying that, yes, which is a fact, pedophilia is a reality. Many religious institutions, whether it's Catholics, Muslims, Hindus, there are many, many pedophiles dressed up as religious people. So, and even monks. I'm sure there are many monks also who are involved in it, because at the end of the day, they're humans. So, people are angry that maybe he is also the same and he's enjoying this autonomy, this power, and is misusing it. And like I told you, even I felt the same at that time. But once I did research, I found out, no, it's not. Now, before I conclude the 34 points, can it be possible? Here's a question. Can it be possible that the Dalai Lama he has these tendencies? Can it be? We don't know. Is it possible? Can be possible. Like, for example, me. Can I have bad habits? Yes. Can you have bad habits? Yes. Do I have certain fetishes? Yes. Do you have certain fetishes? Yes. So nobody is perfect. So we don't know whether a person can or cannot have certain things. Nobody knows. Nobody knows your secrets. Nobody knows my secrets. But I'm slightly biased. I'm telling you this. I'm slightly biased to believe that this man, if he has to do all these things, he'll do it hiding. Just as when we want to do something that we can't show the world, like watching porn or being, with a girl or cheating on our partner, we'll not do it publicly. We'll do it hiding. We do all these dirty things and hiding because we know that if we do it publicly, name and shame, right? And all those people who are calling the Dalai Lama names and this thing, none of you are perfect. Like, in the Bible, they say, if you have not committed the first sin, you be the one to throw the first stone. But make sure that you have never committed a sin. So if you have not committed a sin, then why are you judging, man? So, like I said, there is a possibility. I'm not denying that there's no possibility, but I'm biased towards the fact that a man who gave 60 years of his life, who's 87, who's like a grandfather. I mean, grandfather, what sexual this thing you'll have here? I mean, us at 50, our sexual this thing just disappears. And for a grandfather, you think he's feeling sexually turned on at 90? He can hardly walk, man. If you see those videos, which I'm going to play next, he can hardly walk. He can hardly talk. He can hardly sit. You think he has all these perverted thoughts in his mind and he's working tirelessly towards just peace, man. Anyway, see, end of the day, like I've told you, the Tibetan culture will continue. The Tibetan religion will continue. Their tradition will continue. They don't care whether you support them or you're against them, because you're not anyway paying any money. You're not of any benefit to them. You're just a social media person. So you can have your opinion. Just as if someone were to judge you and call you names, you'll be like, who the hell are you, man? Have you taken care of me? Are you paying me money? Who the hell cares about your opinion? You're nothing, nobody. That is what you will say if someone judges you. So you think the Tibetan people will care? It's just that it hurts them that their leader, who's so beloved, who's like a god, it hurts them. So that's the only reason. But then again, like life has to go on. You can continue believing what you want to. Now comes the final part of the video, and that is the timestamps of the videos. I'll be sharing with you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, okay, 8. Kind of 8 timestamps. Have a look at the videos. I will share the video and I'll give you my thoughts. And finally, we'll have the closing statement. And then I think that will summarize my entire video. Now comes the videos, the unseen video footage of the Dalai Lama, which I'll give you the main clips. Okay, so this is my desktop, and the video clips that I'm going to share with you is taken from the YouTube channel Jigme. Okay, he is a Tibetan, I think 2nd generation, whatever. He's staying in United States. Okay, so the first video that I want you to see is the timestamp 145. Okay, this is the video footage shown from a different angle. Okay, I will put the volume a little low. Okay, 145. Once again.
It was literally an arm's length away and watching the interaction between His Holiness and us son, and that they were. Okay, wait.
Let me put the subtitles and let me make you understand what's happening. Okay, so here what they are actually talking is the boy went to meet the Dalai Lama the first time, and he is at arm's length away. Sorry, his mother is arm's length away in front of the boy and the Dalai Lama. So it's not that the boy was alone and the Dalai Lama was taking advantage of this boy all alone. No, it was a public event. You'll see the entire public, and you'll see in front of the mother. This interaction is taking place in front of the mother. So here goes. Okay. So 145 here. You can see the mother is there. You can see this the mother is here, where this I Empower Academy is there. The mother is here. The boy is here. And here is the Dalai Lama. So all three are here. And the mother is looking at what the Dalai Lama is talking to the boy. There's a brief interaction. See, here you can see all these are students of I Empower Academy. So this was a televised interaction. This was not something that was done in someone's bedroom. It is a public event in front of the press, in front of the camera people, in front of students, in front of dignitaries. And see here, here you can see the boy, the Dalai Lama. Here everyone is standing and posing for a photograph at the end. Okay. So there were 120 students, and this was telecast live. So this was the first video footage. The second video footage is at 3:36. Let me go here. Okay. The next one is the boy goes to hug the Dalai Lama the first time. He gives him a gift. He goes, touches his feet, and he takes his blessing, which is an Indian tradition generally, and it's practiced in the Far East or East. Like even my wife, she touches my feet once a year to take blessings. My daughter also is taught to do the same. My wife does it to her parents. Her father is not there, so she does it to her mother. So you'll see this interaction, and you'll get to hear the Dalai Lama giving good advice to the boy. Here I'll put volume. This was not shared by the Chinese media. Have a look at it. Let me check the volume.
Ceremony.
Okay, hear it and read the subtitles. See, he's hugging the boy.
Thank you.
See, he's tickling the boy. The boy has all these gifts. Okay, the gifts fall and he gives him the gifts. Says thank you.
Thank you, His Holiness.
And see, here he touches the Dalai Lama's feet. Okay. And see, the Dalai Lama now touches his head to the boy's forehead. Okay.
When I was young.
Now here he gives him a story. Read what he is stating there. The subtitles in English. He is saying, when I was young, I used to fight with my older brother. And when my brother wanted to, fight with me, it seems this side of his head was very strong. It was his weapon, and he would try to hit me with it. So Dalai Lama is giving him the same story, and he's joking with him, but he's saying at the end, you should always be peace and positivity. Just watch it, okay? I'm playing it now.
My elder brother, his name was something. We always live together and play together. And occasionally, some problem. Then you say, my weapon is this one.
Yeah, my head. See, he's playing around with him like a small child, the innocence. So here, the first interaction is over. The Dalai Lama says thank you, and the boy goes back.
Okay.
So this was not shown by the Chinese media, okay? None of the media outlets show this. They just showed a very small, tiny photograph or clip. Okay. Then now comes the second time. See, the boy already came up. He met the Dalai Lama. It's finished. It's a formal event. But the boy stands up again and they're like, yeah, what does he want to ask? And he's like, can I hug you? And the mother's like, what are you doing? You'll actually say, the mother, what are you doing? And she'll speak in Hindi. Yeah, means, have you gone mad? She says in Hindi, just watch it. It's 7 seconds, okay? 3 minutes 20, 3 minutes 20, okay? Okay, so...
and her head literally shaking in disbelief and awe. Can I hug you?
See, the boy is asking, can I hug you? And the mother's like, what is going wrong with you? See, watch now. Watch the mother. The mother is here.
It's a question. So again.
So the mother says, have you gone crazy? They read the lips and they have put it in the translation there. And then at 5:16 is the interview of the boy, okay? Now here, for those of you who keep saying that the boy was traumatized and the boy was suffering, watch the interview, okay? I'll not speak in between, just hear the interview of the boy.
Yeah, the teaching.
As we see His Holiness to hold you and hug you, so at that time, what do you feel?
You can only feel the positive energy, and I just can't express how good it feels. It was amazing meeting His Holiness, and I think it's a really great experience meeting somebody with such high positive energy. It's a really nice feeling meeting him, and you get a lot of that positive energy. It's not just like that, but once you get the positive energy, I think you're happier, and it's a better thing, and you smile a lot more. It was a really good experience so far.
The student's mother was...
Okay, so you can see the boy is perfect. The boy is perfectly happy. There's no problem there. Then at 6:27, the mother gives the interview. Okay, here is the mother. She is the main person, the main organizer, and she's part of the IM Academy. Okay, and remember, she's the boy's mother, and this is what she had to say.
Overwhelmed.
I'm Dr. Trustee MCM Foundation. We've been working in Dharamshala on this skills center which we started last year, and since then we were looking at seeking blessings from His Holiness, and today we got this opportunity, and especially when my family was there with me, and all the students who graduated from IM Power Academy of Skills were also present. We're totally blessed to have got these blessings from His Holiness. He came, addressed us in person, taught about peace that what the world needs and how everyone needs to feel together like brother and sister. And I absolutely cannot, express how I feel getting blessed by him.
Okay, so she's perfectly happy. She's perfectly happy. You see, the boy spoke, the mother spoke. And by the way, like I told you, she has a degree from Harvard. She's a Harvard graduate. She's a doctorate. And she also has some diplomatic, passport or some diplomatic rights that you can check. But now they have kind of censored her name because she wants privacy, especially after this whole ruckus. Then at 7:22, okay, is where you will see people, the Dalai Lama, he is walking with everyone, okay, and just see his age, okay. This was also not shown by the Chinese media. Have a look. See, he's walking. He needs assistance to walk, and see, someone is breaking a coconut for him, giving him respect. He's so old, he needs help to walk. And you're judging this kind of person, and he's spending his time just to say hello to people, just to spread the message of peace. I mean, you think a person who cannot walk is going to do bad to others? And then final one is at 12:31. 12:31 here. You'll get to see how people all around the world are actually, the support that they are showing for the Dalai Lama. You can see people all around the world, especially in Tibet. Even in Canada, I found out that this was happening. They are totally upset and hurt that people are talking bad about the Dalai Lama. See, these people, for them, he's like God. And people are still talking bad about him. I mean, does it make any sense? So, he might not mean anything to you, But for these people, he is their life. He is their everything. So now, if you are still in two minds, okay, I will show you one final thing of where I'll tell you this particular video that I got of an old lady crying. This was sent to me by it was sent to me by a person who was telling me how much it hurts them. Let me find the video and share this with you. 1 second. The final one that I want to show you, this was sent to me on Instagram. Have a look at this lady. Just look at this video without judging. Look at this video and see how they feel for the Dalai Lama. Just watch this video. Okay, I'll put it on mute. You can see this lady. You can see how she's hurting. You can see how she's crying. Just look at her. Just, you know, they love the Dalai Lama so much. It hurts them when you talk like this without even knowing facts, without seeing the whole video. And that is the stupid part. Yes, pedophilia is bad. Yes, sexually targeting children bad. But have you seen the whole video, the whole interaction? If you just have a bias without seeing the whole thing, does it make any sense? Okay, here you can see the lady, how she's crying. Okay, see the emotion and love that they have. Okay, this is one. The second one, these are the nationwide protests that they are having because they know the Dalai Lama, they know their culture, they know what they are doing. I mean, you're just judging people based on, you're judging a saint, you're judging someone they consider a god without even, knowing the facts. And then the final one, this one is from a user, Tersing KYI. The Dalai Lama, this is a final political message. China before had banned the Dalai Lama from being searched online, and if anyone would search the Dalai Lama, they would arrest that person. However, after they managed to get this video clip of few seconds, they have allowed people to search for the Dalai Lama. They have boosted the search, where now the Dalai Lama is become the #1 searched individual in China all over the world, thanks to the Chinese media engine. And now they are not punishing anyone if you search the Dalai Lama, because they want, when you search the Dalai Lama, they want his name to be destroyed. They want to succeed and they want to conquer Tibet. See, in conclusion, what I want to say is, there is only so much a person can share or say until a person decides, no, I don't care, I'll believe what I want to believe. It happens with either people who they believe in someone or something or religion, or they believe in themselves. So in the end, what I want to say is, you can choose to believe whatever it is you want to believe, whether you want to believe the Dalai Lama is guilty, or some people feel that he is still a pedophile, while rest feel no, he has been misunderstood, and the way the Chinese media has played around with this. And yes, given the fact that Dalai Lama doesn't know English, and we don't, many of us do not know the culture and tradition of the Tibetans. So if you bring all these factors together, and if you're still convinced that he is A or B, then that is your responsibility. But like I told you, in the end, the Tibetans will continue existing. They'll continue loving and believing in the Dalai Lama. For them, he's their everything. And for a man who has given so much of his life for a country, for a cause, they don't care what you have to say. Just as you don't care about what people think about you, I don't think the Tibetan people will care what you think. So having said that, this is my last and final video of the Tibetan people. Links for all my videos are put down below. You can decide which video you want to have a look, which video you want to share. And I personally want to say a very big thank you to the Tibetan people for accommodating me, for subscribing, for sending me messages. But like I said, this will be more or less the last video because it's out of my area of expertise, but I will continue supporting you guys in whichever way I can. And if there is ever a video that I'll have to put up of the Dalai Lama, it might have to be a totally different new topic or something really, out there in terms of news. Having said that, thank you very much to the Tibetan community, to the Buddhists, and to all the people who took part in this dialogue. Having said that, this is my final video of the Dalai Lama. Over and out.